Broad Street, and lots of famous people. And now, a few minutes later, we're in Broad Street. At the end is the Clarendon Building, which first housed Oxford University Press. It's almost opposite Blackwell's bookshop. How convenient. They just had to balance their boxes of books on a wheelbarrow and cross the road to sell them. That would have kept their shipping costs down. Oh, look at all those stone heads outside the Sheldonian Theatre. Did the Queen of Hearts pass by here too? That's the trouble with Oxford. You don't know what's fact and what's from a story. I'm fact. At least I think I am. But perhaps I'll be in a bookshop as a story. Now that's surreal. I'll hop off again and explore the Radcliffe camera. I run round and round it, and I can walk on the grass. There's a tunnel right underneath me, leading from one library to another, and I don't want to fall through, so I'd better tread lightly, as there's only 9 inches between me and what could be a very long incarceration. Though at least I would have plenty of books to look at. I'm back on the bus, and we're passing Exeter College, where J.R.R. Tolkien was once a student. I found his The Lord of the Rings a bit long. No offense or anything. Exeter seems as if it's a college for high drama. The actor, Richard Burton, was there, and the playwright, Alan Bennett. Where the bus turns, that's Balliol. Boris Johnson studied there. His name is a brand, as is mine. Like me, he has met President Trump. We're both big beasts in our jungles. And Gerard Manley Hopkins studied there too. A very famous man called John Wycliffe was the master of Balliol nearly 700 years ago. Let me see if I can slide past the porter and slip inside to find his portrait. Ah, yes, here we are. It's at the far left-hand corner of the hall. Is that a crook? He and his friends translated the Bible into English for the very first time. I wonder if his crook meant that he was a real shepherd. I hope so. I like lambs. And now I get back on the bus again, outside the gates of Trinity. You get a good view from upstairs. As I look around, I can see why Broad Street is said to be one of the finest streets in Europe. The tour guide starts blowing on again as soon as I sit down. He says the Norrington Room in the basement of Blackwell's has 2.5 miles of books in it. 2.5 miles? Could that be true? Surely not. He also says that Oxford has the highest density of published authors in the world. I've often suspected that some dons aren't as clever as they think they are, but it's going too far to call them the most dense in the whole world. I stop listening as I need to focus. How many of those miles of books are written by cats, I wonder? I've got to check out the competition. So, having just hopped onto the bus, I change my mind and hop off again, and I dive into Blackwell's. This change of mind is to change my life.